The Ceduna Council Chief Executive Geoffrey Moffat says that when the mandated welfare system is shut down, there could be a return to what many in the town believed were the bad old days of rampant violence, alcohol and gambling abuse. I guess you'd agree with that.
I agree with that totally, because I wish some of these people would get out of Canberra and actually and Sydney and Melbourne and go out and see some of these communities. I've been in the communities where you've got these 2 metre high barbed wire fences around their property, and they're not there for the aesthetics. That's there to protect people from violent drunks. And I've been in the communities where we stayed in accommodation and they used to lock us in for the night because we could be assaulted.
At risk. And I mean, that same chief executive was asked a simple question in Ceduna: did the card work? And as you said, it was non-discriminatory. It was all people on welfare. He said it was immensely successful. And the former mayor, Alan Suter at Ceduna, who was on the ground in 2016 when the card was introduced in a trial, said that before the card, bashings, molestations and other offences were common. Don't tell me we're going to return to that kind of environment.
Well, that's what I'm fearful of. Unless the government actually comes up with something that they're going to be, rather than just having a carte blanche where people can spend their money however they like, this is what is going to happen. You know, I knew the bloke up in Kununurra, and he said we knew the card was working when the local drug seller, who was a white bloke, come and complain to him that you were destroying his business. Now, this is what it's about. It's about getting a good start for kids, getting them healthy meals, having a good family environment where the money's being spent, and it's reducing those criminal activities.
Let me ask you this. There is a tradition, of course, amongst many of these communities of sharing among family and friends. Some people have said they'd wake up in the morning to find that someone had drained their card of cash. Have you heard of that?
Look, to be quite honest, I don't know how they could drain their card of cash, because their card was specifically targeted to non-alcohol and drugs in it. It was only that 80% could be spent on food and clothing and things like that. And so I just like to see a lot more of the evidence of that before I get convinced about it. Yeah.
How does someone steal money or drain the card of cash? Can they sell their cards for cash and then use the money to drink or gamble?
There is some issues about that, but they're not insurmountable. We could, by policing it, we could fix it, and just by coming up with these minor infringements and that, and then tossing it out across the whole community that is going to cause a lot of problems.